Hello and welcome to KLM Institute.
Today's top story. Israel has bombed multiple displacement shelters in Gaza, pushing thousands of Palestinian civilians to flee further south. This development has triggered a global wave of concern, and many are questioning whether it's part of a larger plan to take control of northern Gaza. Let's break it down clearly. Since mid-August, shelters in Gaza's Zaytown neighborhood, places meant to protect displaced families, were directly hit by Israeli airstrikes. These shelters were home to around 4,000 to 4,500 civilians each, mostly women, children, and the elderly. This sudden and intense bombing is believed to be part of a strategy. By destroying the last remaining safe zones in the north, Israel is forcing Palestinians to move south. Many experts believe the real goal is to clear the northern region for a planned ground operation. And that operation may already be in motion. Israel has launched what they call Operation Gideon's Chariots 2, and has called up 60,000 military reservists. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has openly said he wants to take full control of Gaza City and set up a new government there, one that does not include either Hamas or the Palestinian Authority. Many human rights organizations and political analysts say this might not just be a military operation. They warn it could be part of an ethnic cleansing effort, or even worse. So, how are international organizations reacting? Well, the United Nations and groups like the Red Cross have already warned that the humanitarian situation in Gaza is beyond crisis level. There's a massive lack of food, water, shelter, and medical aid. Displaced people can't even get proper tents, as Israel is blocking essential shelter materials like tent poles and tarps. This means even humanitarian organizations are finding it nearly impossible to help those in need. On the legal side, the International Criminal Court, or ICC, has issued arrest warrants against Israeli leaders, including Netanyahu, accusing them of war crimes. But here's the problem. Israel is not a member of the ICC, and many powerful countries are refusing to cooperate. So for now, those legal efforts are stuck. What about the rest of the world? France, the UK, Australia, and other European countries have issued statements, calling for peace and restraint. But there's been no real action, no sanctions, no military pressure, no official punishment. These countries are often close allies of Israel. So, their words don't turn into action, partly because of politics, partly because of fear of making things worse in the region. Australia, in particular, is facing domestic pressure from both humanitarian groups and Jewish communities asking for stronger action. But the government's response remains soft. Now, let's talk about the big global players: Russia, China, and India. Russia and China have largely stayed quiet. They've made general calls for peace, but haven't taken any strong position. Analysts say it's because both countries want to keep their diplomatic options open and don't want to get involved in a conflict led by the West. India, which has a strong relationship with Israel, has also avoided taking sides. While India has expressed concern over the humanitarian situation and called for short-term ceasefires, it hasn't condemned the bombings. That's likely because India depends on Israel for defense and technology cooperation. So where does this leave us? Northern Gaza is now almost completely empty. Families are being forced into overcrowded camps in the south. Aid isn't arriving fast enough. And more bombings could follow. The international community is watching. Humanitarian groups are trying. But for the people of Gaza, time is running out. As always, KLM Institute will continue to bring you clear and honest updates from around the world. Stay informed. Stay aware. Thank you for listening.